If anybody has any questions about nutrition or intake, just let me know. I graduated in dietetics. I have a bachelor in dietetics, allied healthcare degree, and dietetics always interests me because I had a hard time with eating and the mental behind it and just dealing with it. I felt like a victim to the food and to my eating habits until I went to school for dietetics, and I learned that it's not out of your control. You are in control, and that it just takes the right mental approach and the right information so you know what to do and when to do it. So I'm gonna go over a couple things that'll hopefully help you guys maintain your weight and educate yourself on the knowledge that you need to know. If y'all have any questions throughout the live, let me know and I'll be happy to answer them to the best of my knowledge, and we'll go from there, okay? So just like to go over a few things, eat more, you gain weight. You eat less, you lose weight. It's pretty much that simple. You have to burn more calories than you take in. So if your scale is not moving and you think that you're eating well and within your calorie range, then you need to focus in on your portions and identify what is causing you not to lose weight, what you're taking in too much of, and it's adding up to be more than what you're burning in a day. So like for instance, I love Hershey's Kisses. That's kind of my go-to snack. And oh, it's small, it's just a little Hershey's Kiss. Well, if you eat 20 of them, then it could potentially add up to be more than you need for a general snack. So for instance, my scale has not been moving. So step back. I was like, what am I doing? I'm eating, moderate portions. I'm watching what I am putting on my plate. So the main thing that you need to do is identify what is causing you to gain weight. So I was eating 20 Hershey's Kisses a night, and now I've laid off because the scale was not moving, and I'm doing like 6 instead of 20. And stuff like that makes a big difference over time. It'll just keep adding up, and unfortunately, the scale doesn't lie. You have to eat 3,500 calories over what you're supposed to take in a day to gain a pound. So if you're eating, say, 500 calories more than you should, then that'll be a problem over time. You will gradually start to gain weight. You also have to be careful. Just because it's a healthy snack doesn't mean that it's not calorie dense or nutrient dense. So you do have to watch your portions. Sometimes the healthy foods can add up to be more than you need per day. So like for instance, peanut butter is very high cal. Even though it's a healthy snack, it does add up over time. So you just have to be careful, you have to be accountable, and you have to be able to step back and identify your issue and the portion control or your choices or whatever that may be. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer. I graduated in dietetics, so I know a lot about nutrition, and this is just like some general tips and guides to help you eat better and maintain a healthier weight. Let's see what else we have. So watch our portions, ID calorie issues if the scale isn't moving, liquids count as calories. Example, your coffee doesn't have any calories itself, but the cream and the sugar will. So that's something that you want to add to your daily intake. If your coffee, for instance, is something that can sneak up on you, if you have 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day and you're putting a lot of cream and sugar in there, then that could put you over if you have a low calorie intake like myself. So it's just something to think about. You don't want to totally ignore your liquid intake. We don't recommend you drink sodas. Sodas are liquid calories. If you like to eat your calories. Don't drink smoothies unless you know you need the extra vitamins and minerals. Smoothies are very calorie dense if you're watching what you're eating and you have a low intake. Okay, let's see what else we have. You want to drink plenty of water. Water is very important. It flushes out all the toxins and some fat out of your body. So hydration is key. You'll feel better, you'll look better, and the main thing you want to do is just keep drinking until your pee is almost clear, because then that means that you've gotten most of the things out that your body is trying to detoxify, and that includes fat that your body might be trying to hold on to. So just keep your body clean, fresh, and flush with drinking a lot of water. Hi, thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate you guys. Let me know if you have specific questions, and I can try to help you the best that I know. And then everyone's individual metabolism, their body type, where you're at in your life, what your body has gone through, that is all important into your calorie intake and something to consider. Not everyone's going to be the same. So just be kind to yourself, be patient, and pay attention, because no one's going to do it for you. You have to take accountability and grab the reins and get on that horse and try to move forward if you're struggling. Last live, we talked about our energy expenditures, which is total energy expenditure will be how much you actually burn in a day, depending on your activity factor. Activity factor could be sedentary, which means that you don't exercise at all. Lightly active is like a sport, or like say hula hooping 1 to 3 days a week. Moderate activity would be a sport or exercise 3 to 5 times a week. And then very active would be working out almost every day. Super active would be very hard or physical job, like a labor intensive job. So you calculate your intake. For instance, let's see, my basal metabolic rate, your BMR, will be what your body burns, just waking up, your heart beating, breathing, digestion, all types of stuff like that. Your body burns calories even with you just sitting there, because it is doing stuff internally. So your BMR will be based off of, like, say if you were bedbound and couldn't move around, that would be how much your body just naturally burns in a day. The smaller you are, the smaller your calorie intake naturally. The larger you are, the more that you can eat. So some people are more fortunate in that department. I'm not one of them. So then once you figure out your BMR, which you can ask, it's a pretty complicated formula. So you can ask AI, you go to ChatGPT or on X and ask them, be like, I want to figure out my BMR. Can you help me? And it'll guide you along the way. It'll ask you your height, your weight, your age, and it'll calculate it for you. And that'll be, like I said, your burn at rest. And then you include your activity factor, which we were just talking about. So you can ask, after you've calculated your BMR with AI, you can then ask it to calculate your TDEE, which will be total daily energy expenditure. Okay, so you'll want to, like, for instance, I exercise, I'd say 1 to 3 times a week, so I would be lightly active. And then it'll calculate your total energy expenditure, and that'll put you pretty close to what you're burning every day. So it'll give you a good point of reference and know about how much you're burning a day. And it will vary from week to week depending on how active you are, how much you're eating, and your portion control and everything in that department. Okay, so then let's see. if you don't know your portion sizes, like for your favorite foods, I would recommend you measuring them out so you can see what your actual bowl of cereal, for instance, if that's what you're measuring, should look like. And so you can't just be blindly ignorant to the portion sizes, because they will, it doesn't matter what the box says, if you're not eating the portion sizes, the calories won't match up with what's on the box. You have to eat within your portion size. So if you're doing okay, that shouldn't be an issue, but if you're not and you don't know why, then you need to start measuring your portions so you can know where the calorie increase is coming from in your diet, and you can adjust accordingly. I don't know if anyone has like any specific questions, but I am happy to answer them. One thing I did learn in nutrition and dietetics classes is that it is all about a lifestyle change. You have to want to do it for yourself. Everyone has different body types. You can't compare yourself to others. You just have to make your body the best that you could possibly make it, and put in work and effort into your own health, because you will, if you end up getting sick down the road, you will regret it and be like, oh, I wish I would have took better care of myself. But right now is the time for you to do that. Now is the time for change, because if you wait, like I said, no one's gonna do it for you, and you might wait forever. So just get up and get moving and pay attention to what you're eating. Make a good choice when you have the option. If you don't have a good option, eat whatever's there. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to live and die by your diet. But you do, say if you have a really bad day or a bad weekend, then do better the next week. It's all about intake and outtake. Just because you overate one day and go to bed, it's not like it's all gone. Your body is gonna hold you accountable for what you put into it. So just keep that in mind and do it because you love yourself, and you'll feel better, and in the process you'll get healthier. You know, I tell people all the time, you will have to go to bed hungry the first couple nights if you're trying to reduce your calorie intake. It's just one of those things, but your stomach will shrink over time. If your stomach is constantly stretched out, then you'll just be able to eat and eat and eat. There's a little sphincter, a little circle at the top of your belly, but your belly your actual stomach can stretch in and out. And then the sphincter at the top, it'll tell your brain that you're full. So if your belly's stretched out and you eat and you eat, if you don't hit that sphincter, it won't cue your brain to tell your brain that your body is full. Okay, so you will have to go to bed hungry the first couple of nights. That's just one of the things that comes along with a diet. But as your stomach gradually shrinks down and gets smaller, then you will be able to reach that sphincter at the top of your stomach quicker and with less food, and you will feel satisfied and hungry. So don't be discouraged in the first couple days. You have to fight through it and get better, and that's the main thing. After you do that, then like I said, your belly will shrink and you should be able to eat less and be able to feel comfortable and not go to bed hungry. But I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but it's just as uncomfortable, to go to bed hungry as it is to go to bed over full. If you overeat, it's a type of discomfort as well. So undereating will be slightly discomforting at first, and it might be discouraging, but just know that it's only temporary. And that's, like I said, the main thing is that you want to start now, do it for you, and once your body finds its new happy medium when it comes to exercise and food, then you'll feel better, you'll feel healthier and happier. So I just wanted to give out, like I said, a little bit of information on nutrition and just taking accountability. It doesn't have to be this huge big deal. You can make little changes along the way. If you don't want to make a major change, like just cutting out soft drinks, or if you're a late night snacker, maybe trying to snack earlier and a smaller portion. Making a better choice at lunch, I find, is good for me because I'm at work and I'm busy and I'm moving around. So once you let your mind get stop thinking about food, you know, if you don't get fixated on food, then you'll be distracted and you won't be as hungry. At night, it's a little bit more difficult because you are home and just sitting around, but if you do start to think about food or anything that you shouldn't have, whether it's a addiction or, you know, cigarettes or something like that, you want to, as soon as the thought comes in, the thought can go out. So you just want to distract yourself for a little while. I actually quit smoking cigarettes by learning how to hula hoop. Anytime I would get a craving for a cigarette, I would just go and grab my hula hoop, work out, and all of a sudden my craving was gone. So it is a way to approach it positively and to replace a bad habit with a good habit, and just to take accountability for your actions. Like I said, no one's going to do it for you, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. But after you do take the initiative and do it yourself, you will be proud of yourself and you'll feel better. And it's something that's a lifestyle. It's not a diet, really. It's about a lifestyle change, the way that you approach food, the way that you approach portions, the way that you approach your health and your body, and the way that you approach the accountability that you have in your intake. So that's the main thing I wanted to share with you guys today. So if you have any questions, you guys let me know specifically. I'd be happy to answer them. I will say that there's no bad guy in your diet. It's about calories. Fat has 9 calories per gram. Alcohol has 7 calories per gram. And then carbohydrates and sugar have 4 calories per gram. So as long as you're taking in less calories than your body is burning, then that's how you lose weight. If you're trying to gain weight, you're gonna take in more calories than your body is burning. Or if you're trying to maintain your weight, you wanna burn and eat about the same amount of calories. It's really that simple. It's not like fat is the bad guy. You need fat for a lot of biological functioning in the body. Carbohydrates are our main source of energy or fuel that your body does prefer. It will use fat if it deems necessary and you don't have enough carbohydrates. If anyone's ever done like a low carb diet, you will drop the weight really fast, but as soon as you pick up a carbohydrate, you're gonna gain most of that weight back. And it's just unfortunate. Fad diets aren't good for that reason. You don't want to do a fad diet because it's not a lifestyle change. You want to change your life and your view on yourself and your intake. So like I said, don't go to a birthday party and be like, oh, I'm on a diet, I can't have that cake. It's like, have a small piece of cake and then the next day do better. That's how you really get control of your eating habits. And then, like I said, watching your portion sizes, sometimes even getting like a smaller plate. They say to eat off of a smaller plate because that will make you eat less, which makes sense. You know, people want to fill up their plate. So if you have a really big plate, you might be overeating on your portion sizes. So that's something that you can consider. And then you always want to avoid drinking your calories because most people are hungry and don't want to drink their calories. They want to eat their calories. Eat whole foods like fruits and vegetables. Also watch calorie-dense, healthy food. That can add up over time. If you have, say, peanut butter as a snack, you definitely have to watch your portions because it's very high calorie. So that's, like I said, the main points that I wanted to put out there today. So I hope I helped someone, and if I did, that's all I'm really here for, is to improve everyone's nutrition and make you the best you that you can be.